According to a recent Surgeon General's report, 4 in 10 parents are so stressed out they quote-unquote can't even function. Well, we're going to talk about that today on Tips on Teens. My name is Kent Toussaint. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I specialize in helping kids, teens, and families and parents live happier lives. If you or someone you care for could really benefit from talking to a family therapist, please reach out to us at Teen Therapy Center. Our contact info is in the caption below. Now let's jump in today's not parent-submitted question. This time it's just us talking about it on Tips on Teens. All right. The dishes aren't done. The toys aren't getting cleaned up anytime soon, and the money is month to month. You are stressed out, and there's no change in sight. How do you cope? Couple the rigors of the everyday routine with the additional stresses of parenting in the digital age, and you have a lot of parents feeling isolated, overwhelmed, and alone. According to the recent Surgeon General's report, 4 in 10 parents are so stressed out, they say they can't even function. Without any obvious source of support for parents, how are parents supposed to cope? Oh my gosh, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I know what you think I'm going to say here. You're expecting me to say, well, let's focus on the self-care and boundaries around your sleep and eating healthier and exercising, blah, 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 blah. You know this already. If it was that easy, you'd be doing it already, wouldn't you? It's hard. Parenting is really hard. And for many families, things can be so stressed out. It's the comparison to other parents, other families seem like they're doing great. Why am I the only parent who's struggling, right? This is what I encourage you to do. Don't go through this alone. I'm not giving you easy advice to follow, but find community. I just did a recent parent workshop for parents of neurodivergent kids, and there was some good advice going back and forth. But the big thing that they all talked about is it feels so good to hear other people talking about things that I relate to. I'm not alone, that other people have the same struggles that I do. Find community. Find a handful of other parents you can meet with at least once a month over your favorite caffeinated beverage and talk and vent and support one another. That could start out as like a Facebook group. There's plenty of parent Facebook groups out there. And maybe finding people who are in your area, meeting once a month. Maybe it's through your parent center at your school. Maybe it's through, having a therapist. Maybe there's a group that you can talk to. But the biggest thing that I find when I'm supporting parents is they all feel so alone. They feel like they're the only ones going through this. And again, should you be doing all that self-care stuff? Yes, you should. But it's not always realistic. There's so many things that we have to do. And the way I encourage you to look at this is if your kid 20 to 30 years from now is in the same position you are, what advice would you give them? Would you say, just shoulder on and don't talk to anybody? Probably not. You'd really encourage them to reach out to you or other people to make sure they don't feel alone. You wouldn't want your kid to feel alone going through this. And maybe if that's good advice for your kid in the future, maybe it's good advice for you too now. So I really encourage you to reach out and get that support. Could be your own therapist, could be a community, could be group therapy of other parents, could be an online group, whatever that is. Reach out and make sure that you not only can receive support, but it's also very healing to return, pay it forward, and offer that support to other people. Anyways, that's our tip on teens for today. Again, my name is Kent Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit 501c3 organization, Child and Teen Counseling. If you would like your question answered here on Tips on Teens, usually we're answering parent questions, but today was a little different. We're kind of mixing up a little bit. But you can email us at tipsonteens@teentherapycenter.com or direct message us right here on Facebook. We love your questions. Thank you so much. Again, this is Kent Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit Child and Teen Counseling. And we'll see you live on Facebook next Wednesday at noon. Bye-bye.